Hello, so welcome to A Journey into the World of Voiced Obstruents by Gareth Poole. This is my presentation for JP3100. So what are Pokemon? Pokemon are short for pocket monsters. They're creatures that humans capture and use to battle each other, sort of like dogfighting or cockfighting in our world, except more child-friendly somehow. A Pokemon can evolve into another more powerful and usually larger Pokemon. So I set out to reproduce one of the results of the Kawahara study, as well as to see how widely their results can be generalized to things other than Pokemon names. And I think that more highly evolved Pokemon will have more voiced obstruents in their name. I also predicted this pattern of voiced obstruents, which represent things which are larger or more powerful, will apply to another data set, which I analyze later, which is Japanese given names, and that the result will also support Kawahara's conclusion that voiced obstruents symbolize things which are large and powerful. My methodology. The main thing I relied on for this presentation was Poke API, which is a free server on the internet which holds information about various Pokemon in a structured, computer-readable format. And so I analyzed 151 pairs of Pokemon, so the baby Pokemon and the fully evolved version. This is not the 150 Pokemon from Gen 1, because this is 151 pairs of Pokemon. I wrote a program in C# to pull the data from this server, and wrote some PowerShell scripts to just process it to get it into the format that I needed to count the voiced obstruents. So yeah, I did that for filtering, cleanup, and conversion. And so with the Romanized data, which when I was done with all the processing that I'd done, I had a list of all the Romanized names. And I searched for the occurrence of certain phonemes or sequences of phonemes. I counted the z-y sequence and the d-u sequence differently from just z and d, because the distribution was different, and I wanted to focus on that.
Here's a quick look at the results.
Yeah, so both g and d correlated with evolution, but z didn't correlate with evolution except before y and e. So if you look here, you can see this is more than double. So it seems to me that the affricate pronunciation j has different sound symbolism than z, which is why I counted it differently. There was a slight inverse correlation between evolution and b, but I think this is just noise statistically. But it does show that b doesn't seem to indicate evolution the way that g and d do. Yeah, in total, voiced obstruents were 32% more common in the evolved. This definitely supports that hypothesis. Japanese personal names. So I applied the same method to Japanese personal names. So I got the top 51 male and female names each from 2019. And I hypothesized that the same sound symbolism would apply here, with men being perceived as bigger than women, and that they would therefore have more voiced obstruents in their name. But the total number of voiced obstruents was actually unexpectedly small. There were 2 voiced obstruents in the names of men, and only 4 in the names of women. So this is small enough that it might just be, again, statistical noise. Scaled by a factor of 3, since this is about a third of the size of the set of Pokemon. That's 6 and 12, which is a far cry from 103 and 106, or 136. So this implies that the voiced obstruents are very rare in personal names. What little data could be found went against my hypothesis. The explanation I thought for this is probably that maybe the voiced obstruents are rarer in native Japanese words, which are overrepresented in names compared to Pokemon, which has a lot of English loanwords in it, a lot of just nonsense, cool sounding things. So yeah, but looking at the data, I was immediately struck by another correlation. So in the male names, I found 5 long U's and 11 long O's. In the female data, the only long vowel was 1 long U. So it seems that gender correlates very strongly with long vowels, and that this correlation is much stronger than even the correlation in Pokemon names involving voiced obstruents. So it was visible to me just looking at the set before trying to analyze it consciously that the male names had a lot more long vowels. So my conclusion here is that Kawahara's results with Pokemon names were reproduced. My additional hypothesis extending Kawahara's results to personal names was not supported. Next time, if I focused on personal names, I would want to focus on sound symbolism involving vowels, as this seems to be much more involved than voiced obstruents are. The correlation I saw there was stronger than anything I saw, even with the Pokemon. So my references are the Kawahara article, the website with the name ranking, and Poke API. Thank you.